Hey everybody, this is David Schooley with the Big John MMA Fight Club. We're sitting here talking about some Bellator matchups, and I'm talking about it with one of the best guys out here, a guy that has my respect. I'm sure he has yours, Mr. Frank Trigg. How you doing, Frank?
Thanks, I appreciate that intro. That's actually pretty nice of you. Appreciate that.
Well, you know, anybody who's watched this sport, if they don't have respect for you, you know, they don't know what they're talking about. I've been watching you back since you were fighting Matt Hughes in the early days, right?
Yeah, yeah. And, well, we call them the middays. It was after the Gracie Severn era. Right in the middle there was a Trigg Hughes era. And now it's moved on to I don't even know what era it could be called now, but it's a totally different deal now. It's
The sport has changed so much.
it used to be every year. Now then it was every 6 months. Now it's every 3 months. It's a brand new circuit of guys that are in there running around. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, we're going to try and keep up with some of this stuff, and I'm going to put you on the spot here. So let's talk about this. We've got Bellator 92 coming up here. This is March 7th. It's in Temecula. It's in my backyard. I'm going to be there. So this is going to be a fun one to watch, actually. This is the middleweight tournament semifinals. We've got Dan Cramer and Brett Cooper, and I want to know what you think about these two guys butting heads here.
You know, this one is a tough one. The tournament is always like, it's not necessarily always the best guy gets through.
Right.
It's the best guy that night kind of wins and sneaks his way through, and then he can win again the next night, and all of a sudden he's in the finals. You know, so semifinals of the tournament at Bellator is always a real tough one to call because there's so many other factors going on. How many times they made weight in the last 3 months? You know, how much damage they get, even though they get suspended by the commission. It's still, they took some damage. They fought, so some kind of damage. What do we know? I'm leaning towards Dan Cramer. I think Cramer's got the better style for this one when you meet matching up with Brett Cooper. But don't count Cooper out. This is also one of those ones where I'm taking Dan Cramer to win the decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brett Cooper wins the decision in this one. Just because both guys are so solid, both guys are so good. I just think Cramer's going to win early. It's going to force Cooper to have to open up a lot more than he wants to and have to attack more coming into the second and third round, which is going to give Cramer a lot easier chance of finishing it off. So I'm taking Cramer in decision on this one.
Cramer, third round decision. All right. Well, I'm locking it in for you here. All you guys at home, if you want to lock in your prediction, you want to agree with Frank, go for it. If you don't, we'll see if you win some bonus points and out-predict. But either way, this is going to be some good stuff. And I agree with you. In the tournament style, man, it's so much more unpredictable.
Yeah, there's so many ups and downs. There's so many other things that go on and so many other factors that people forget about. Even though it's not all in one night or once every weekend, there's still 6 weeks in between the fights. It's still a quick turnaround. The 6 weeks is not a long time. Most guys have train camps that are 8 weeks, and then you're expected to fight every 6 weeks. It's very difficult.
Right. All right, so we're locking it in. Dan Cramer, third round decision. All you out there, lock in your predictions too. We'll see how you compare against Frank. Frank, thank you so much.
You got it. Thank you.